So today's video we are looking at Sempervernums or Sempervirums, not quite sure how you say it, so do excuse the pronunciation of them. But this bed here, I've got this raised bed with the Butea palm, and I wasn't quite sure what type of plants to kind of put around it, because obviously the palm is the central focal point of this bed. So I added the phormiums, which are on the left hand side there, which give a little bit of colour, but I don't want to distract from the main plant. So what I've done is I've bought the other day from my local garden centre these lovely plants, which I think are called a chorus or something like that. So I've bought 3 of these, but I'm thinking I might have to buy a couple more. And these are evergreen, and they're kind of natural looking. They're not too distracting from the eye. But what I wanted to do also is to put something that's low growing around the base of this palm, which kind of is still architectural. So I've ordered from Sempervernums by post, which I will put a link in the description. And these are very small plants that are generally rockery plants, but they're quite architectural, and they like the well-drained soil, which is similar conditions to the palm. And I thought I'd underplant that with a red variety, which is called Othello. And this particular variety can get to about 20 centimeters in size, so it can get a decent size, so it's going to have some impact on there, and it's a lovely kind of dark red color. So what I will do is I'll just show you the unboxing of those and how they've been delivered to me, and then I will after that I will place them in the ground where I want them to be and just show you a quick video of the final look. But please bear in mind that obviously these plants will grow in time, and they will form like little groups, and they will become more interesting in time. So let's go and have a look at the unboxing of the plants. So let's take a look at what the order looks like. So I ordered 5 of the Sempervernums Othello, I think they're called, which is the largest Sempervivum that you can kind of grow, and it can get kind of about 20 centimeters. So let's have a look at how they were delivered and everything. So the 5 were delivered in this box, and that was via first class post, and each one has come wrapped individually in these little newspaper kind of parcels. So looking at them, we have obviously the main plant, and there's actually quite a few little babies on the side of the plant. Let's just get rid of that bit of gravel. Try and show the camera a little bit closer in there. If you go upwards like that, so you can see all these little babies on the side. So that's really good. So this will form a really good group of plants underneath the Butea palm, which is where I'm placing them in the front garden. So let's just have a look at some of the other parcels on there. They should all obviously be fairly similar, but every plant is obviously a individual. So again, it's got a good sized central plant and babies on the outside. So these generally like a bit of sunshine, very well drained soil. They don't mind it too dry at times, but they don't like being waterlogged in winter in particular. So it's good to see that each one of these seems to be consistent in size and quality. So again, one main plant there and lots of babies to the outside. So these could be, I'm going to plant these in their groups as they are, but these little babies could be split from the mother plant and then placed in other locations in the garden. But obviously for the way I want to display these, underneath the palm, I'm going to plant them in their little groups in there. So yeah, each one's been wrapped really securely, which is good to see. And yeah, as I say, all consistent on there. Now it did come with a little note which has fallen on the floor, but it's got the name of the website, which is Sempervivums by post.co.uk, and it says, thank you for your order, we hope you enjoy these plants as much as we do. See our advice page including video on how to best care for them. We look forward to hearing from you again, with best wishes from Becky. So yeah, the communication with this company has been really, really good, and it really felt like you were getting kind of like a tailored sort of service with them, a bit more kind of artisan, sort of smaller company rather than the big kind of catalogue companies. So yeah, really pleased with the quality of these. So let's go and get these in the ground. Okay, so here we have the final look. Now from a distance, can't really see them too much, but when you get closer, you can see here the detail. And that's basically what I'm doing, is I'm adding a bit of detail to this border. So you can see that lovely purple rosette there and the little babies to the side. So as I say, eventually these will get bigger, but they sort of mimic a little bit of the base of this Batia palm. So they give that kind of look that's vaguely similar to it in the sense of the architectural look. So as we pan around here, back to my kind of seating area, and there we have it. So as I say, what I will do is I will add another one of these grasses, will be added around about here, and just to the front what I might do is add another one just in front here, so it's like a group of three. So I might have to set it back slightly. That shouldn't hamper the growth of these little plants. And this mound does actually get quite a bit of sunlight as well, because the leaves above are very open, so they allow the sun to come through. So there's a little bit of shade at times, but it's mainly kind of sunny. And ultimately, as this palm gets bigger, these lower leaves will be taken off, and it will obviously grow up in size, and that underplanting will become more prominent. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Slightly different plant that I would normally plant in the garden, but I thought it would be interesting to try something a little bit different. And let me know in the comments what you think, and please check out the website of the place I got these from, because it is a very good company and they do an absolutely huge range of these plants, and they're always on hand for any advice that you may need. So as always, don't forget to subscribe and click the like button, which helps me out loads. It helps me to get these videos out to a wider audience. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one.